Big welcome to Simon Kernick, to the author's studio. This guy is a master of the adrenaline rush, the completely hyped up, pumped up runaway train of a novel. If you like your page-turning stories, you're going to learn a lot from this guy.
Always write 2,000 words a day. Write something, write anything, but don't sit staring at a blank page. Relentless because it was relentless. It was a very fast, easy write, and it was a very, very fast, easy read, and it kind of was my breakout book as well. I treat it like a job, so I write in the morning, have some lunch, write again in the afternoon, and I write up in my second floor bedroom, with spare bedroom with a beautiful view out onto greenery, fields and trees. I'm inspired by a number of things, a number of books, all the Agatha Christie's, particularly the Hercule Poirot's, and a fantastic and highly underrated author, Lawrence Block, and his Matt Scudder series of New York PI books, fantastic. They've really inspired me and they helped get me going. Also, a special mention to Ted Lewis, who wrote the book Jack's Return Home, better known as Get Carter, which to me is the finest noir book of all time, certainly for the UK. I've got numerous guilty pleasures, but probably the biggest and best is red wine. Yeah, I get out of bed first, but other than that, no, I don't really have any ritual before I start writing, to be honest here. I just get up, drink some tea. Well, I'll tell you what, I always have a cup of tea before I start, and I always start with a cup of coffee. I spent a long time planning the book. I probably write a very, very detailed chapter by chapter synopsis of everything that's going to happen, and it takes a good 3 months. And I do not put pen to paper to actually start a book till that's completely done. Probably the biggest one is where do you get your inspiration from? Because it's such mainly because I get asked it all the time, and also because it's quite a difficult question to answer, because inspiration comes from about 25, 30 different sources, and no one actually wants to hear that answer. Well, it's going to take me a long time to answer, but I tell you what, I get it from everything, really. Pub conversations, I've had it from nightmares, stuff I read in the newspapers, stuff I hear, you know, you get it from anywhere. I mean, to be honest, you can get it anywhere and everywhere. I back up my work religiously, probably once every hour, maybe once every half hour, but yeah, occasionally I've lost an hour's worth of work. You know, the computer's gone with a power cut and I haven't managed to retrieve it, and there's nothing more irritating, because it always seems to happen when you've written something good. Yeah, you know what I did? I always wanted to be an author ever since I was a little kid. I started writing the first stories when I was like 5 years old, and obviously they were fairly basic, and I just kept going, and you know, the stories kept getting longer. But I used to tell my mum, "Oh, that's what I want to be, as a writer," and she said, "Oh, no way, son. They never make any money at all." And to be fair, she might possibly be right, but I loved it, and that's all I ever wanted.
Thanks very much, Simon. I think we're all going to learn something from what you've had to say. Stay tuned, there's a lot more to come.